مرحبا، كيف الحال? Welcome to Learn Arabic Online with Lubna Dumayan. Today I will be talking about the definite article, the famous one in Arabic, أداة التعريف, the definite article. So why do we need to use the definite article? What is the purpose of its usage? We use the definite article in front of a noun when we believe the hearer or reader knows exactly what we are referring to. Because there is only one, like the moon, the sun, the Nile, just one. Or because there is only one in that place or in those surroundings, like if I say the smartest girl or the tallest boy in a team or the president of a country, the beach near my house, that I'm specifying the beach that is located close to my house, the car that belongs to my family, the book that I like to read, etc. Or because we have already mentioned it. For example, the keys that I just lost, not any keys, not my neighbor's keys or my husband's keys or whatever. It's the keys that I just lost. Or to say something about all things referred to by a noun. For example, the kangaroo is found only in Australia, I'm specifying. Or the heart pumps blood around the body. We have just that organ that does this function. Or with adjectives like the rich in general, or the poor, the elderly, the unemployed, to talk about groups of people. Countries which have plural nouns as their names, like the Philippines or the United States of America, for example, or the Emirates. So what is definiteness? Definiteness is whatever is well known, just by one person or by two or by the whole word. So the definite article al, alif and lam in Arabic is a particle whose function is to render the noun on which it's prefixed definite. Definite, معرف, معرف. Consequently, al is typically translated as the in English. So al is the. Unlike most other particles in Arabic, al is always prefixed to another word. It never stands alone. Al is not a permanent component of the word to which it's prefixed. It is added and removed to toggle between definiteness and indefiniteness of the word, with few exceptions, like always. As in some countries or cities, names where the definite article is part of the word. For example, Al-Qahira. Al-Qahira is the capital of Egypt, Cairo. Al-Qahira, Cairo. Al-Bahrain. Al-Bahrain is a country in the Middle East. Saudi Arabia. السعودية. It comes together with the definite article. Or الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية. The United States of America. الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية. Or الإمارات, Emirates. العراق. Too many of them. Iraq. So as a particle al does not inflect for gender, plurality, or grammatical case, the sound of the consonant lam of the definite article, however, can vary. When followed by the sun letters or the moon letters. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the sun and the moon. Is this the right class for you? I'm talking about science maybe? Let's see. So the alphabet has 28 consonants, fairly divided into two groups, 14. So the sun is happy and the moon is also happy. So one group has the moon letters, الحروف القمرية. الحروف القمرية. And the other group contains sun letters, الحروف الشمسية. So, if a word begins with any of the moon letters, همزة باء جيم حاء خاء عين غين فاء قاف كاف ميم واو يا ها, the lam will be pronounced with a sukun. The sukun here, normally we'll never see any of these signs at all. It's just for beginners to understand what's going on behind the scene. So this sukun here, so we have the glottal stop, the hamza with fatha, and lam, al. So that lam will be pronounced with sukun. Like here we picked these, the grammarians, not we, the grammarians picked these two words, qamar, shams, because they are contrasty words and very easy to recall. Moon, sun. So qamar, shams, see here, when we prefix it with the definite article al, see here, the lam, you can hear the sukun, al-qamar, al-qamar. So when the lam in the word is pronounced clearly, al, the letter after it is considered as a moon letter. So the lam in this case is called the lunar lam. Al-lam al-qamariya. Why do we have to name all these? Al-lam see? Al-qamariya. So now you are asking yourself, how am I going to memorize all these letters? There is a sentence that would simplify this task for you. ابغي حجك وخف عقيمه. This little sentence contains all these 14 moon letters. If you don't find the letter that you are looking for, it means that letter belongs to the sun letter. There is actually a sentence for the sun letters, but it's so long and very hard to memorize. If you want it, you can ask for it. I will write it for you. But you have just to memorize this one. Actually, you don't need to know the meaning of it, but I will clarify it for you. Ibri is from the verb bara. Bara. It's to desire eagerly. Hajjaka. Here we have two parts. Hajj and the kaf. Ka is the possessive pronoun referring to the second person singular masculine belonging. Your Hajj is the journey to the Holy Lands for religious reasons. So your journey. So desire your journey. Wa and khaf from the verb khafa in the imperative. Khafa, it means to fear. Aqimahu. Here the hu, the possessive pronoun, is referring to the journey, Hajj. So aqim it means futile. So khaf aqimahu, it means fear its futility. So ibri hajjaka wa khaf aqimahu. Now, when the lam of the particle al, in this case, when it's not pronounced, so we don't hear anything, no sukun, no anything, then the letter after it is considered as a sun letter. So the lam in this case is called al-lam al-shamsiyya. Here, al-lam, lam of the definite article, the shams, see here as shams. Like if I write and there is nothing as shams like this. So lam, we don't hear it at all. As shams. So al-lam al-shamsiyya. So this process is known as assimilation. An easy way to make the pronunciation easier is just like the way in English does with the indefinite article a. So we say a book, but an eagle. So the sun letter will be doubled by the appearance of the shadda that's slanted, the W, the sign of emphasis, indicating that the consonant is doubled. Like here, ash-shams, see here, ash-shams, al-qamar, here, ash-shams. Let's prefix the other words. Insan, so E, the hamza, it belongs to the moon letters group. So al-insan. So you will pronounce the hamza and the lam. Al-insan. Al-insan. It means the human being. Yawm, ya, belongs to the same group. Yawm, a day. Al-yawm, the day. Al-yawm. You just add the definite article al. Fariq, team. Al-fariq. Al-fariq. Ma, water. The water. Al-ma. Now, for the second group. Ash-shams. Lam is gone. We don't pronounce it at all. But the omission of the letter lam is only in pronunciation and not in writing. It will be there, we will just not pronounce it. Okay? So let's keep going with the other words. Sama is sky, seen here. So sama and shadda on top of the sun letter. As-sama, the sky. Nar, a fire, the fire, and nar. And nar. Lugha, lugha, language. Al-lugha, al-lugha. Lam, al-lugha, lugha, the language. Thalj, thalj is ice. الثلج, the ice. الثلج. Alright, so if a word begins with any of the rest of the letters of the alphabet, but the ones in this sentence, so the L will be pronounced as A with a silent lam. Ash-shams. So sun letters, another hint for you. Sun letters are all pronounced near the front of the mouth, near the teeth. Like ta, tha, dal, dhal. And while the moon letters, al-huruf al-qamariya, are pronounced further back in the mouth or on the lips. For example, the lips like mim, wow, ya, or here qa, here from the throat, qa, kha. Another thing to point to about the definite article, that it may be used in abstract and generic concepts. Because with these concepts in English, we don't use the. For example, laughter is the best medicine. Laughter is the best medicine. When you translate this, you will use the definite article L. الضحك أفضل علاج. So laughter, الضحك. الضحك أفضل علاج. So when you don't see the definite article or the indefinite article in a sentence, know that you will have to use the definite article in your translation. So laughter, الضحك. Or knowledge is power. Knowledge, we don't say the knowledge. Knowledge is power. So knowledge, المعرفة. المعرفة, we don't use the verb to be in our translation. قوة. قوة, power. So here, see, mim belongs to the moon letters. That's why we say al-ma'rifa. We pronounce the lam. Al. But if if for example here at-ta'rif for qamar or ash-shams, if it's preceded by any word, for example, let's say wa and the moon, wal qamar, here we will not pronounce the alif, the hamza of the definite article. We will jump right to the lam. So this alif will turn to the joining hamza. Remember the joining hamza? It's just joining. This is the joining hamza, hamza to al-wasl. So you will pronounce a the definite article as a if it's in the beginning of the sentence. If it's preceded by a word, it will turn to the joining hamza. You will go directly to lam. والقمر والشمس. For the sun letters, when we add the definite article and when it's preceded by a word, we will jump right to the sun letter. We will swallow the definite article. والشمس. And the sun. والشمس. Directly to the sun letter. Okay. Another concept. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So we don't say the beauty, right? But when we translate it, we say الجمال في عين المشاهد. الجمال في عين المشاهد. Let's check this. Jim. Jim is a moon letter. So we will pronounce the alif and lam with sukun. Al-jamalu fi ayni, and the mim also belongs to the same group. Al fi aynil. So this alif, this hamza, will turn to hamza to al-wasl because it's preceded by a word. So في عين المشاهد, we will jump to the lam with sukun. في عين المشاهد. الجمال في عين المشاهد. And that's it for today. Until then, keep learning Arabic. إلى اللقاء يا أصدقاء.